welcome back to Girls Unfiltered. I'm Megan.
I'm Emma.
We didn't even introduce ourselves to you. Oh my god, sorry. And together we are Girls Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Today we have two lovely guests on. Today we have Misha and Syndell. Hey girls.
Hi.
We are pronouncing your names right, are we?
Yeah,
We are. Yeah. Because before we were like, Jesus Christ, we could be wrong.
Right.
Oh, thank God.
Amazing. So yeah, the girls do OnlyFans, so we're going to be chatting to them a little bit about that. And yeah, you guys had so many questions for us, so hopefully we can answer them all. Well, hopefully the girls can answer them all.
Yeah, because we haven't got a clue. That's why we felt like we want to do a podcast on like OnlyFans for ages, because I find it so interesting, and I don't know that much about it, but we could never answer the questions.
Like it's a thing that like not a lot of people are
really
kind of educated on
it.
It's like a lot of people don't kind of talk about it. It's like people have an account and people don't, and it's not really spoken about, you know.
Exactly. That's why we wanted to have views on, because otherwise it would just be us kind of saying like our thoughts on it. And, like,
yeah, and we don't even know anything about it.
Yeah,
really.
So
yeah.
How did you just get into it?
It's actually a really funny story. Like a couple of months ago, like I only started, I think, like 3.5 months ago, and even 6 months ago, if you would have told me that in a couple of months' time I'd have an OnlyFans, I'd be like, not a chance.
Yeah.
But like I was in a job and I just really hated where I worked, and I seen other girls doing it and I seen the money they were making, and I was thinking to myself, like, I could do that. Like what's the point in like I'm in a relationship, and me and my boyfriend had kind of briefly talked about it, and we just ended up sitting down one day and it kind of just came up and we were just like, I'll start an OnlyFans, and without anything I just started it, and that was it. Like
like I was thinking about it, and then a few people in my family got sick and had to stop working and stuff, so I thought that if I'd done it, then I would be bringing extra money into the house, and that would be like my main motivation to do it. So that definitely made me want to.
Brilliant. And Syndell, you mentioned you have a boyfriend, so was he completely fine with it?
Me and my boyfriend have been together for nearly 6 years, and like it's always just been us, and he was like, he trusts me and I trust him, and it's like we're actually moving into our own apartment soon and stuff, so it's he 100% trusts me and he's okay with it. Like he has the password, and even he doesn't even care about logging in, because he just knows that I kind of know what I'm doing, and he can just like,
he doesn't mind at all.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
He's really
like,
supportive. He's really supportive with all three of us.
Yeah, like he's so supportive of us, and like it's great just to have somebody there. Like I was saying to him the other day, like if I wasn't with him, I probably wouldn't have had the confidence to start it, because I always have him kind of be my like person to go back to and be like, oh, I'm like sad, and he's like, no, it's okay, you know.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's really, really good. And one of the questions was, like, do your boyfriends ever get involved in it?
I do have boy-girl content. Like my boyfriend would take like some pictures for me. I'd mostly do it when he's in work and stuff. But I do have boy-girl content. Like I've like videos of like blowjob videos. I have like sex tapes, stuff like that. So yeah.
And I'm single, so no, I unfortunately don't have anything like that yet.
Brilliant. And what was your family's reaction to it?
My mom wasn't happy. Like she was like, it's disgusting, it's like, and my dad kind of, he was like, it's a different time now, like that's more of a like normal thing now, like he's like, just like you just like leave them, like they're young people, like things are different to when we were back younger, like things have changed and stuff. So my dad was a lot more understanding than my mom, but my mom's okay. She's actually pretty supportive now, and she doesn't mind at all. But at the start, she was I think it's very wrong and disgusting. But it's understandable. You're like, daughter, like I'm their little girl, and I understand that. Like if I was them and my daughter came up and said, oh, I'm starting OnlyFans, I probably would have been a bit taken back from it. But
it's a shock at first, and then
but it's kind of once they start seeing like you're doing well and you're happy and stuff, that's all they really care about. Like
my mom is the only one that knows out of my family, because I only started it like 3 weeks ago. So I was too scared to tell her, so I texted her and I said, like, I'd been talking about it for a while, just bringing it up in conversation. And her opinion on it wasn't too bad, you know, she wasn't too judgmental on it. So I texted her and I said, listen, I've been thinking about doing it. I think it's going to really help us with everything that's going on. And she just texted me back and she said, you're 25, you're big enough to make your own choices, you know, and I'll support you. So
yeah,
that was a better outcome than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I'd say the relief. There's nothing worse than when you send a text like that.
Oh, you're just
saying
waiting
something and you're like, I can't deal.
Yeah.
I tried to text back and I was afraid to look at it. I was like, oh God. But
no.
Yeah. It's so good though that you have their support, because I suppose in Ireland especially, I think there's such like a stigma around like sex work in general, you know.
No, I think like a lot, like it was especially back years ago, but I think things have changed a lot more now. It's not really like that as much now, like so it is becoming a less of a stigma around it. There is still a lot of people who have bad opinions and a stigma around it, but it's not as bad as it would have been a couple of years ago.
Well, especially with Niamh, like with her being so big on other apps. Like she got the conversation, she got the ball rolling. Like there was obviously other girls before Niamh, but she had such impact of when she done it that it really did get people talking.
Like there's girls who like more and more
know
people
about it now.
You know? And like more girls were joining OnlyFans. Like there would have been girls who probably would have said stuff about me when I started OnlyFans, but when they started, they were doing it because they were thinking, oh, if someone with a big following is doing it, then like it's okay, you know. And
like whenever I announced, like I put it up on my Instagram that I was doing it, because I'd rather put it out there than have people talk behind my back. So I wanted it from me, and I announced it, and like I got over like 400 messages, and 60% of them was girls saying that they wish they had the confidence to do it. You know, so I was surprised that many people wanted to do it.
But just didn't have the confidence. Like I have some who say to me every day, like, if it wasn't for the stigma around it and the backlash that you can get, they'd have an OnlyFans. It's just because they don't want to face that backlash and stuff. But
I was trying to explain it to my mom earlier, and she really like didn't understand what it was. I was like, it's kind of like Instagram, but like it's not. And she was like, but it's so like the porn industry is so dangerous. And I was trying to explain to her how OnlyFans is way safer than like traditional.
Fans like has like a proper verification process. Like nobody usually gets verified the first time. You have to send a picture of your passport and a picture of you holding your passport. And there's there's a lot to like make a lot of questions. There's a lot of things that you have to go through and stuff, and they do decline your account a good amount of times before they think, oh, everything's perfect. And
like I got declined. I announced on Wednesday that I was setting it up, and I didn't get verified till the Monday.
Like it's supposed to be a 24-hour verification process, so they'll either they'll accept you or decline you, and then you put it through again, and they'll accept you and decline you again, or decline you again, or whatever. So it's like it is a lot safer than other things. Like Niamh, like she was uploaded to Pornhub without her consent. Whereas we're uploading these with our consent. We're giving consent to these pictures being posted. We're posting them ourselves, and they're on a website that's fully protected. Whereas like there's people who watch Pornhub where Niamh was uploaded without her even being told that she was uploaded to the website, you know.
And how did that happen? Like, did someone go onto her OnlyFans and then record it?
Because has such a big following on TikTok, she had a lot of like kids like going on and just being kids. So a lot had like went on and saved her stuff, like screen recorded it and stuff like that, and then uploaded it to Pornhub where it was then shared. But Niamh has good people behind her and gets it removed like straight away.
Good. Is there like rules or like any laws or anything like that, like protecting, like how does OnlyFans protect your pictures and videos and stuff?
If we get leaked, we'll find out about it, and then they track their internet, isn't it?
It's the IP address.
Their IP address. Then they have their bank account details too. So then we can just go to the guards with that information, and they know who it is that done it.
In Ireland, revenge porn isn't a law yet, and it should be passed by the end of 2020. But so for now, like OnlyFans have a like in the corner of every picture it says the OnlyFans, so that's like your watermark.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when they screenshot and screen record pictures off OnlyFans, they'll crop it up a little bit and get rid of the watermark.
Yeah.
So they're like, once they do that, it's kind of harder to do anything. But once, if they leave the watermark and they go on and they keep the watermark, like if you email OnlyFans, they'll get that picture removed because it's watermarked by them, and they have a big security thing that if you do get leaked, the person who they can find out who screenshotted or screen recorded on the website and track their IP addresses, and then you can go to the guards. But obviously in Ireland, because revenge porn isn't a thing yet, we actually can't legally do anything about it.
But once it does
pass, they're having it where it'll go back for the last 2 years. So somebody was to leak my nudes now, and in 6 months' time the law passed, I can go and sue because it happened within 2 years of the law. Being passed.
That's good. Yeah, that's definitely a law that should be in place already, for sure.
Countries that hasn't got a pass yet, and in this day and age, and with everything that's on the internet, and all the hate that's involved with media, social media, it should be passed.
It's actually trans girl who is pushing for the law to be passed. So that's why she's pushing for it to be passed, because of OnlyFans girls being leaked online without their consent. That's like a business to a lot of people, and you're uploading them with your consent. People pay a monthly subscription to see that. So when people leak it, they're kind of leaking your business, and it should be illegal.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Someone asked, will you be talking about the dangers and issues of the site, or that people should use it? I don't know what the last bit means, but do you think that she means stuff getting leaked when she says dangers, or are there any other dangers? I didn't know what you meant.
I want to meet for cash and have sex with them for money and stuff like that. OnlyFans doesn't actually allow you to say the word meet.
They have censored certain words.
They have words restricted, so you're not allowed to use the word drunk. You're not allowed to use the word meat. You're not allowed to use the word piss. There's a lot of words that are censored that you're not allowed to send in a message. So a lot of people will say, do you have sex for cash and stuff like that? And obviously you're not going to say yes to that. That's putting yourself at risk. Not only do I have a boyfriend, but that's my safety.
Yeah.
So
and we are on OnlyFans to sell our nudes. We don't sell our bodies. It's completely different.
I say to all of them,
insult, whenever someone even suggests that, I usually just block them straight away, and that actually gives them their money back. But I'd rather not have their money if that's what they're there for,
Yeah.
It's say to all of them, I'm if you go into a paint shop and you buy a painting of a tree, they're not selling you that tree, they're selling you a painting of a tree. And people are oh, you sell your body, and you're no, I sell pictures of my body. It's different.
Yeah, that's a really good way of explaining it, actually. So how does it work then? So you put up, so someone subscribes to you and then they can see everything, or do they pay for extra, or?
So
a news feed,
and
we can post a lot of girls post censored pictures of the content that they have, and then they'll go on and do, it's a pay-per-view, PPV, and we put our price on TV, and you send out a description of what's in the video, and then your subscribers can choose whether they want to pay for it to watch it, or if they don't, then leave the message in their inbox, but it doesn't get opened until they send the payment over.
They can't see it. It's just the message is hidden until they pay for it. So you pay a subscription, and then some people do post fully explicit on their feed, some people don't, and everybody uses the PPV option, where you can send a pay-per-view post or a message where you have to pay extra. So if I was to send out a boy-girl video, I wouldn't just send that to all my subs for the subscription price that they've paid. I'd send it with an extra price on it, and if they want to unlock, don't pay that extra price, they can, and if they don't want to, they don't have to.
Okay. It's so hard to understand it, because I went onto the site to try and figure out how it works, but if obviously you have to be signed up to see it, because it was it literally just looks like a fan site for singers and stuff. And their Instagram as well.
Hairdressers, everybody in different industries use it, and get subscribers that want to watch a makeup artist, and they put all their makeup videos on how to do their makeup on their feed. It's open site. It's not just for explicit content. It's open for anybody.
Like OnlyFans was actually made for personal trainers to sell their gym like workouts.
I heard that. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
So it actually gives you an option when you're signing up to the site to ask, will you be posting explicit content? And you're not allowed to have nudity in your profile picture or your cover photo, because you could come up on anybody's, and some people are just on it to see makeup, some people are just on it to see our video, some people are on it to see different things. Like Cardi B has one, and she just shows behind the scenes of her music videos. And like there's loads of different reasons for using it, but the sex workers I do make the most money for it.
Yeah, that's obviously, that was another question a few people asked, but one was, how much money are people making off this? And like, obviously we're not asking you to say how much you make, but like clearly it's worth your while to be on it, you know what I mean? It's much more to make money than
I was able to quit my job, and I'm moving into an apartment soon. I went out, I got myself extensions, I got myself an iPhone 11. I can live comfortably now. Like, I'm not saying I have so much money that I can just throw away and I have money that I can just waste and stuff like that, but I'm definitely with the way I can live now. Like a lot of people, like, it varies. A lot of people like Neve done insane and made 150 grand in a month and a half.
I saw that. It makes it so tempting. Like, I don't think anyone could see that and not think about doing it. Like, you can't deny it.
It's worth it. Like, I know we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm only on it like 3.5 weeks now, and whenever I signed up, I said to my closest friends, like, I'll probably delete this within a day. Like, no one is going to subscribe to me. I'm a nobody. No one's going to want to see me. And 3.5 weeks later, like, I am mind blown at how well that I'm doing, you know. And then I'm thinking, like, am I doing well enough? And even Syndell are like, you're doing insane for being on it.
She is doing insane. Like, she's doing so well. Like, I thought, like, I was very like happy and proud of myself. Like, I started OnlyFans with less than 300 followers on Instagram. I had no following whatsoever, and I'm now in 8%. So and Misha was the exact same, and Misha is now in the 2.9%. 2.9%, and it's insane. Like, you think, like, I thought starting off, I was like, I'm gonna end up deleting this. Nobody's gonna even if I get subs in the first month, nobody's gonna pay for the second month
again, you know.
But it actually just does better. Like,
and how do you promote yourself? Is it just mainly through Instagram?
I promote myself on Instagram, and the odd time I'll post on Twitter. Like, it's I find it harder to get a following on Twitter, so I post the odd time, and then a few people have come from that. But a lot of the time, girls do shout out with other girls, and like, they'll help each other build their following. Like, so like, we'll send pictures of ourselves to the other person, and we'll like send a description of our account, and they'll post those and we'll post them, and it's like a 24-hour thing where you keep the person account for 24 hours, and you get a lot of subs off each other then.
Like, the OnlyFans, I'm only like doing it 3.5 weeks, but the OnlyFans world of like the girls that I've met in it so far, it is the most supportive people that I've ever met in my life in such a short space of time. Like, everybody has everybody's back. If we ever have a problem or if we're ever worried about anything, we'll all jump in the group chat, and everybody's there for you 24/7. And I've never felt like I've had that support before until I met all these girls, because we all know what I'm going through.
So
the little dog in the background or something, is it?
Yeah, I could hear a dog. So do you get much hate or just like rude messages?
No, it's surprising, because you think with having an OnlyFans you'd get a lot of hate, but I actually get a lot more supportive messages than I do hate. With Neve had a following on TikTok and was very controversial and not liked on TikTok already. So she
got a lot of hate.
She got a stupid amount of hate. Like, they went out of their way to be so horrible to her, and just nasty messages. Whereas, like, I'll get like people from my town putting up sly things, like girls who do OnlyFans are prostitutes, like that.
Of course.
Just an uneducated opinion of someone that doesn't have time to ask what it even is.
What it is about, or anything like that.
But for me, like I said, I had so many messages that I ended up having to go on and make a video to explain why I was doing it and the story behind why I was doing it, and the amount of support. Like, I actually cried. I was so nervous of what other people were going to think of me. And the next day I actually sat and cried with the amount of support that I ever got. Like, I was just mind blown that people had my back so much, and people that didn't necessarily agree with the site were still saying, fair play to you, you know, you're putting yourself out there, and it takes a lot of courage to go and do that.
Like a lot of people who have an opinion on OnlyFans, like I get messages of people saying, look, I wouldn't do it and I don't really agree with it, but you do you, and it's not my life. Do you know what I mean?
And we don't mind that, because
I appreciate that. You're entitled to have an opinion, and you're entitled to not OnlyFans and to be respectful about it. But when you're seeing things like girls who do OnlyFans, they're prostitutes or like stuff like that, when you're like, I'm sure you've sent a nude for free before in your life, does that make you a prostitute?
I find the most hate comes from girls that happily send around their nudes for free to people that don't even ask for them, and then they're the have the opinion on us, just because we're in the business mindset and we're making a profit from it and we're doing it the smart way. You know, there's not one boy in the town that I live in or anywhere that can say that they've ever seen a nude of me before, because that was a thing. This is so weird. Like, I've never sent a nude in my 25 years. And then all of a sudden, like, an ex-boyfriend of mine actually texted me, and I was with him a lot of years, and he has never sent me a nude before. And I was like, I know.
Yeah, you guys are just smart about it.
And those girls are probably just jealous because they're too nervous to start it themselves or do anything like that themselves. It's always the way.
It's always the same girls as well. Like, if I've seen girls, and so like we can name a few girls who like would post stuff like something about girls who do OnlyFans, and their post just previous to that would be something about like building other girls up and not dragging mental health and be kind and stuff like this, and you're like, but you're not in kind, you know?
It's always the way. It's the same with everything, isn't it?
It's even the same with like us starting our podcast and doing YouTube and stuff like that. Like, you do get a fair amount of hate, like, obviously no, not to our face, but like, not we know that we've been posting.
That's exactly
it. At the same time, like,
in messages I get sly things aimed at me and stuff like that, but I don't even notice it. I'm too busy looking at my bank account.
Yes, exactly.
I wish I was not busy looking at my bank account. I might have to start.
You just press that like button down there, see the circle thing? I don't know if it's plugged in. Oh yeah, brilliant. It's getting a bit dark out.
So dark.
But I think it's always the people that are jealous and the people that want to do it, they're not like confident enough to do it. We actually did get a few messages, like a lot of girls are messaging us saying like, I would love to do it, but I'm like, really, I'm afraid.
There's so many who want to do it but would be afraid of the backlash and stuff. And the thing I want to say, like I try to say to them all the time, is like, you don't actually like get as much backlash as you'd expect. Like, it's mostly like things aimed at you and stuff, and like you just don't look at that or pay attention to that. Like, not a lot of people like say it to you, and if they do, it's because they're uneducated and they're children. Like, I haven't met an adult that's had like something to say.
An opinion,
you know, like most adults are just like, you do you, like it's your life. Not like
your life, it's your body. And what are your thoughts on like, so girls starting it and like maybe they're like 18 or 19 and they might be a bit like naive about it, or just kind of started like on an impulse, like what advice would you give to them?
Like, you need to be smart about it, you know, you need to go in with your head screwed on. You need to have a plan to even start of like what you're willing to do. Like, never ever post or make content that you're not comfortable doing. And you have to go in, like I've said no plenty of times, like the requests that we would get, like you're thinking, what would even want to say that, but like you don't want to do. So go in, don't be silly, have your business head on and be smart about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another girl. Oh, go on.
Like I say this to everyone who texts me and they're like, I want to start an OnlyFans. I'm like, is this something that you just thought of this morning and you're like, I want to start an OnlyFans? It's not something that you can just think of overnight. Like you really need to sit down and think about it, because once you kind of put yourself out there, you're out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a girl at the minute, she started at the same time as me, and she's getting a little bit of hate, and it's obviously not nice. Yeah. And she's considering deleting her account, and I said to her, like, if that's what's going to make you comfortable, that's fine, you do that, but you have to remember it's already out there, you know. People are already talking. So if you delete your account, the only thing you're doing is stopping your money from coming in, you know.
Yeah, like people are talking and people are going to talk. The way I look at it, like, Niamh's got so much abuse and hate for having a TikTok. So, like, no matter what you do, people are going to have an opinion on you. So you may as well, like, do what makes you happy and not what other people want.
Yeah, definitely.
Another girl messaged us and said that her friend is thinking about starting one, and she wanted to know how best to support her.
Just be there for her.
Just be there. Like we were saying, like we kind of all got really lucky meeting each other and being able to, because like I couldn't go to my actual like friends who don't do OnlyFans and really talk to them, because I don't feel like they'd really understand what
they don't know what we're talking about.
They're kind of like, oh, Syndell or whatever. But with them, it's kind of so much easier to talk about. So I'd say to tell her best bet is, like, if she needs advice, that she'll always be there and try to be there for her the best she can, not judge her or anything, but like tell her to talk to other OnlyFans girls too.
Yeah, reach out. Like, we always answer questions to girls that want to know, you know, how to go about it, what way to do things, what they should post first, you know.
Yeah, like I actually give a lot of girls free trials to my account so they can have an idea of the kind of stuff I post and the captions that I do. Oh, well, like I can do that, or, you know, stuff like that, like.
Yeah, it seems as though you have a lovely like community. I love that you are all so supportive of each other. Like, that's really nice to hear. Like, it just makes it seem so much safer.
Like I couldn't do it without the girls. Like we're get together and we're all just so supportive and there for each other that it's like you don't see anything else, like, you know. It's like we just have each other if anything like goes wrong.
I end up coming home from work now and I don't even turn the TV on. I'm on my phone on the group chat for the whole night, and then it's time to go to bed and I'm like, I haven't even turned the TV on tonight. You know. And I had a scare last week of someone had threatened that I had been leaked. And obviously with me only being on it 3.5 weeks, that was my first experience of someone saying that. And for the girls in the group chat, like, I wrote in straight away. I was panicking. I actually got sick, and like, everybody was there for me. Syndell was on the phone within 2 minutes, talking me down, you know, telling me everything was going to be okay. And it ended up it was a hoax. It wasn't true. But at that moment, and I thought it was, like, they all had my back, like, 100%, and they all knew what to say and what to do just to try and calm me down.
Like, I say it all the time, like, the girls I've met since I started doing OnlyFans are the nicest group of people and supportive and, like, kind-hearted people you'll ever meet in your life. They're all just so there for each other and so supportive. And, like, no matter what, like, even if it's just something stupid, we'll just be there for each other.
We don't just talk about OnlyFans.
Yeah, we talk about everything. Like,
that go on in that chat. Something else.
And it's like we've all only known each other like a couple of weeks, and it's like we've known each other a lifetime, and it's like a bond that, like,
it won't be broken.
It's a different kind of friendship than you'll ever have with anybody else, you know. We've seen each other naked.
Literally.
I love that. I actually love that. Like, it's
like, we were going out on Saturday night and Syndell video called me, and I was putting on like some tan. I'd already done it, but I was topping it up, and I was just standing naked doing my tan on a video call, and I was like, I'd never do this with anybody else ever.
It's like a big group of sisters or something.
You just
not in a weird way.
No. Jesus.
That's
we all
nice. Can we have a group chat?
We're like, don't look at each other.
We're just like, oh,
look at the camera.
We're like, look at the camera. Don't look at each other. So now we just changed the group chat name and it's called Don't Look. So if we just don't look at each other, okay.
Someone asked, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, like, funny enough, like, it's actually a really funny story. Like, sometimes, like, you can, like, it can be just, it's just big, like, it's not something like, you know, like, we have to, like, use dildos on ourselves and stuff, and most girls would expect that to be, like, super pleasurable and nice. But when you're filming and stuff, it's not like it's enjoyable. It's like, it's just business and simply business. You're not about enjoying yourself or stuff like that. You're just thinking about business and the money that you're going.
It is like, there is where it's fun and you do enjoy it.
Yeah,
but
I definitely enjoy it.
It's like, oh, you know,
I have to film this video today, and you're just not gonna have to do it. And like there's some days, like, I can go 3 or 4 days without posting, and just because I'm just not bothered to. And like,
but we do have fun on it too.
We have fun. We have fun.
It must be a sweet confidence boost as well, though. Like, all the compliments that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Like, I have, like, no boobs, and I hate my boobs. And, like, I always say, oh, I need a boob job or whatever. And, like, people will be like, no, you don't. You're perfect. And stuff. Like,
oh, my God.
I am, like, the most paranoid person ever, aren't I?
You, like, don't even know the half of it.
That I was so afraid of uploading pictures, but I knew, like, if I wanted to do it, that's what had to be done. And I find now that, like, I'm walking around with a little spring in my step, and it's made me feel a lot better. And, like, since like, for 10 years I've been saying that I want a boob job, and not to have massive boobs, just to have a chest, you know, not having a padded bra, being able to wear a dress and not having to worry about so flat.
And I feel like we all want that. That's everyone's dream.
That about a boob job, and the amount of my subscribers that text me and said, please don't, like, we think that you're perfect the way you are. I have money and have a boob job tomorrow, and I'm actually considering not doing it now because they've built me up so much, and for 10 years that's all I've wanted. So it's a massive thing for me now to be debating whether to even consider it.
Literally. Like, there's so many things that, like, I would have hated about myself that I'm now like, oh, like, I don't like that, mind that too much and stuff. And it does boost your confidence a lot. Like, so, like, a lot of people are like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I don't know how it could boost your confidence. It's just creepy men and stuff.
But they're not. It's not like
I've
that
made
whatsoever.
like, I talk to my fans, like, all the time, and I've made some, like, genuine friendships with some of them. Like, some of them are, like, really, really nice people, like successful, like, smart people, like, and like, a lot of people just think they're, like, sleazy, like,
it's not like that at all.
Not like that at all. They're actually really lovely. Like,
that's what I was most afraid of. I'm like the most awkward crap person at flirting. Like, I can't flirt for anything. And I was text these creeps back, like, what am I meant to say? And genuinely 90% of the time they just want conversation.
They just want to get to know you.
Like.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because, like, realistically, everyone watches porn. Like, every single, like, I haven't met a lad that hasn't seen it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's, like, and more, like, realistic.
A lot of people would say, why would you pay for it whenever there's so much of it free? Like, it's different on OnlyFans because they get interaction with us. We have daily chats with them. We can send voice notes to each other.
They can request stuff off us. So if there's something, like, in particular they want to see, they can ask us, can we see it? And if we're comfortable with doing it, they can do that. Whereas if you're just watching porn, you, like, have to just find a video.
Like, there's no intimacy in it, you know. It's just you're watching strangers on a screen. Where like, some of our best subs, the both of us,
are people who know us in real life, but we don't know who they are.
And they say it's a turn on. They get to see us on our daily lives.
Like, but then it's in our most intimate, like, state as well. Like,
yeah, but they also get to know that the people that they're watching are actual people. They're not, like, objects when they're watching porn. And it's just people. They don't care.
A couple of messages last week saying, like, you genuinely are a really nice girl, like, and you can see that you're not just on this faking it, and, you know, we're not bothering you having to talk to us. Like, they knew that I was genuinely having a conversation with them.
It wasn't just forcing yourself to reply, like,
for money or whatever.
I
love that. And then you also get tips as well. So
Yeah.
they subscribe and then they pay for the like different content and stuff, and then they can choose to tip you.
Yeah.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, so a lot of girls will have like so like say I have like a lot of PPVs that I've sent previously, like my boy girl stuff. I have like some like stuff with Misha. I have like I've like stuff with my like by myself, like dildo stuff and stuff like that. So I have it like thing on my page where it says like tip list, and I'll put all the like names of the videos or whatever. It'll be like my boy girl video, and I'll be a price, and the person can tip me that price, and I'll send that video then.
Yeah.
But some people, like, I'll just like I'll just go on sometimes and I'll just be like, somebody tipped you €20 under this post.
Like my first week I got a tip on the Monday. I was only verified on the Monday, and one of my first subscribers tipped me €100, and I said like, what was that? What do you want to see? Because he hadn't seen anything yet. And he said, no, happy Monday, you know, have a good day. And I was like, oh my god. So
what? I might just set one up and not post anything and see what comes in. Imagine. Happy Monday to me.
But the payment on OnlyFans is like, a lot of people think that when somebody subscribes to me that money goes straight into my bank, when that's not the case. Like, we have a primary and a like we have an pending and available. And when get money on OnlyFans, so say somebody tipped me €20 today at 3:00, OnlyFans will take 20% of that, and then I'll get what, like, I think up from $19.99 it goes to $14.99 or something, and then that goes into your pending, and then in 7 or 6 days time that'll go into your available, and then you can then request that into your bank, and that can take 2 or 3 days. So it's not like
an payment.
It's not like you just make money straight away. You have to wait for that money to go in and stuff like that. And OnlyFans take percentage, and it can be annoying.
A lot.
Yeah, like a lot.
And then too, we also have to pay tax.
Yeah, the revenue where we are, because OnlyFans is in dollars, so they take a percentage, and then we get in, and it's in euros, and we have to pay the Irish government or whatever. Then like revenue. Yeah.
It's
so like we
know all that extra business stuff, like proper like it's an actual business.
Get it than what people think.
Like a lot of people say like, oh, you're just uploading a picture, and you're like, no, not that. Like, it's not really that. Look, if it was that easy, everybody would do it, you know.
Yeah.
I remember one girl said, okay, here's one. Have you ever regretted it?
No. When I first started, it was kind of the first day, once I set it up and stuff and people started subbing, there was kind of part of me where I was like, oh shit, like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But I woke up, I seen my balance on it, and I was like, I did the right thing.
So fair. Yeah. It's always the fear, the like unknown though.
Yeah, I just regret not doing it sooner.
Yeah.
I say that girl I know, and she literally started on her 18th birthday, and I'm like, you had the right idea.
Yeah.
Start as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Another girl said to us, I've been wanting to do OnlyFans for ages, but I am a mom to a 4-year-old. Should I let that stop me?
No, we're in the group chat. There's so many people in the group chat with us who have kids, and I know girls who have children who do it, and that shouldn't define who you are as a parent. Like, if you're making money to support your child, that's a good parent to me.
Yeah. Like if once you're doing something that makes you happy, that's all that really matters, isn't it, I guess? Like,
they say to me all the time, like, oh, what if you have kids? And I'm like, my kids aren't going to grow up closed-minded. My kids aren't going to, that your body is what respect means, you know? Like, having self-respect is to, like, have respect for other people and have respect for yourself. Like,
just because we are selling explicit content doesn't mean that we don't respect ourselves, and people cross that all the time, and they say you don't have respect. We do, you know. We are giving our consent to something, and it's being done the right way. We are respecting ourselves.
Yeah.
So whether you have a child or not, I think I don't think that should stop you from going for it. I think if anybody wants to go for it, they should. Like, I try to push all my friends into it.
Yeah. I suppose it's just, there's, especially in Ireland, I just feel like there's such a stigma around that.
So,
you know?
like, so much around it. It's like insane. It really needs to like change. Like something needs to change.
Like it's the 21st century.
Yeah.
You know, people need to wake. Naked body isn't offensive. You know, it shouldn't be something everybody is whispering about or talking about.
Normalized,
you know.
Yeah, but it's also like people pretend that they don't even have sex or do anything as well.
Yeah.
In this country, that's how ridiculous it is. Like, it's like older people fully act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually mental. Yeah.
Like we're all like, we all know what goes on, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
We're a bit more open about it, but sure,
which is a good thing. And anything slightly out of the norm, which is like whatever, having a 9-to-5 job. If you don't have a 9-to-5 job, people think that there's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like anything slightly different, like, they cry over it. So,
the way like
you can't
the other day, like Niamh said the other day in the house, she was saying like why would we want to work the rest of our lives to put money in somebody else's pocket? Like when you're working for a company, you're putting money into your boss's pocket and that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So when
I feel so strongly about that, don't we?
Yeah, like, so strongly about it.
Yeah. I feel like there's certain people that just are happy to just do that forever.
Just to do the norm.
Yeah. But then there's always certain people who can't.
Yeah, like if that's what works for you, fair enough, but that's not what works for me. So you know.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make me happy, so but like I don't put people down who have a 9-to-5. Like I wouldn't be like, oh God, I'd hate to be you in the rat race. Working 9-to-5, do you know what I mean?
Niamh noticing last week, so she still has 2 left at work. Syndell left last month. I still work full time, and whenever I'm starting to think about doing OnlyFans, I was like, sure, it's only a couple of pictures, you know, it'll be fine, I'll have loads of time to do it. And it's actually so much more than that. Like I work 9 to 6, 9 to 7 most days, and then I have to come home, have a shower, get ready again, do content, and like I'd be up to maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll have to get up at 7 o'clock the next day again. And a lot of people's opinion on it is OnlyFans girls need to go and get a real job.
Yeah.
I have 2 jobs. I count it as 2. Like I work my ass off in both, and it is a real job.
We pay our like everyone else with a real job. So
yeah, exactly. People are I just think people are like not educated about it, and like not even just OnlyFans, like even everything. Like people that do YouTube or people that, like make money in a different way. That's just not like a 9-to-5. It's like like get a real job. I hate that mindset.
They think that they do nothing and that it's easy.
They're saying it because like they're just like, the way I look at it, like they're just jealous because they have to go to their 9-to-5 and ask their boss every time they can go to the toilet, and they see that like they do that.
Oh my God, it's actually so grim. Yeah. That's such a good way to put it.
Oh God. Okay, so this is another one. She said, how do you have the courage to do it? I video myself, but I cringe when I watch it back.
Oh, we send the pictures into the group chat and stuff. We're like, oh my God, look at the state of me in this. Like, I can't look sexy at all.
Is my face okay? Does my bum look okay?
Is this okay to post? Because I think this is so cringy and embarrassing. And like,
but you just get into the mode. Like you get into that. Like I keep saying, the business mindset of it. You put your camera on and you do what you have to do, and you know, you don't think, like I do watch it back, and you obviously can edit bits out or whatever, but you just get into that, like mindset.
Even sending the messages with the captions on it and stuff, like you have to set, like you sell the video, so you have to be like, oh, unlock this video to watch me, and like kind of describe the video and stuff, and we'll be like laughing to each other, like it's so cringy. I can't believe I had to, like, how cringy that is and stuff, but it's just like she said, you just have to put on the business mindset and just go with it, and then like a giggle about it after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have to just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. On our video together, we had to cut, like the video ended up being about 6 minutes long, and we had to cut it to like a minute long because
we were just laugh
and giggle and like we just couldn't. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Say like, I know girls who'll send videos with the laughing and stuff in it because it makes it more raw and like real and like,
yeah,
like we're normal people, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of our subscribers would say they like how real we are. Like, we're real women. We're not these women in the porn industry and Pornhub and stuff with a lot of work done. Like, they like to see they like to see our imperfections too, because it shows that we're real.
Yeah, we're just normal girls, and like that's I think what they like about that.
Yeah, and it's so much better. Like, that's what people need to see, not stuff that's not real.
Yeah,
it's so bad. It's bad for people to see some of the stuff that's there.
Sex is like nothing like what it is just because of porn, and you're like, you're just.
We show the real expectations of real sex. You know, you'd go on to Pornhub or any other porn site, and the videos that you see, they're not realistic. And then young boys or men are comparing themselves, or girls are comparing themselves to what they're seeing on these porn videos. We are showing what it's really like. You know?
I don't know anyone who can fuck for an hour straight and not come.
Yeah, it just sets
it's
such
all
an
unrealistic
standards.
Yeah. And it's not healthy at all.
Yeah.
No,
like there's all shapes and sizes on OnlyFans. You know, you don't have to be an image, and and that I know that's any shape or size, they do really well on it, because you have your like your subs are subscribing to see you. They want to see you, so you're obviously delivering. You're doing something good if they want to see you, and they don't judge on it. Like, there is all
because that one of the questions was from a girl, and she said, on plus size, would I do well on OnlyFans? And I didn't even bother to read it, because I was like, of course. Like, why wouldn't you? Everyone is
like OnlyFans is for everyone. Like if you just need to promote yourself, and you'll find the audience. Like I know a girl who like has made so much money for walking around on a lead pretending to be a dog.
Oh my god.
I had to go and answer the door, but sounds fun.
Yeah. Literally. It's mental, isn't it?
Like there's you can find an audience for anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider doing, so like, what's your future plans for this, to keep doing OnlyFans? Or
I want to eventually start my own business and like work for myself and own my own business, and hopefully have my own like bought my own house and stuff. But actually no, like if you've asked me 6 months ago what I wanted to do in 3 months, I wouldn't have said OnlyFans. So like I don't know, you know.
I'm just doing it really to set my life up for the future. You know, I don't want to be working until I'm 65 or 69 to the retirement age. The money that we're making, we know if we continue to do well the next couple of years, we are comfortable in life. And you know, that's like, we were able to pay off our loans that we owned, you know.
Yeah,
like,
bills and stuff.
We are so comfortable as it is, but we're also able to save a lot of money that's going to contribute to our life later down the line.
Yeah, exactly. And whatever you want to do, you'll have money to do it. Like, if you want to set up a business, go to college, whatever it is.
And like, I would go to the shop and get like $1.50 drink. Now I'm going buying trays of 24 in them at a time. You know, it's like
like, money is freedom at the end of the day. That you can go where you want, do what you want. So
I 100% agree with that. Money doesn't make you happy, but it makes a lot of things easier.
It really
like
does.
A lot of my problems were, I can't afford this, I have a bill. And now that I don't have them problems, I am happier. So like in aspect, and like it doesn't make you happy, but it can help, you know.
Exactly.
Like my worry, like going to bed at night, like I was always stressed, and like I said, I work full time, but the pay is not great, and it wasn't a comfortable life. Like, I rent my own house and stuff too, so that's where my wage was going to. But now I'm paid, and I'm not worrying, and I'm not stressing of how something is going to be paid. Like, I'm comfortable, and I know that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, it's worth, like, just if you're smart about it, it's so worth it and so clever to do. Like, honestly, fair play to you. Yeah. It's so
you
good.
just have to like be smart about it and kind of know what you want, and like it's promoting, like you need to promote like every day, you need to push, like do
like for years so many women have been exploited by men by porn for free, and for the women not to get anything back from it. So now we're taking control, and why shouldn't we exploit the men that want to see it? You know, we're taking the power back, and we have that in our control now.
But also it's completely up to them, like it's their choice what they pay, what they do. So it's completely up to them.
Like,
so why shouldn't we profit on it if that's their decision and that's where they want their you know?
Exactly. I love that you are so like, you are two like boss bitches. And I love that, because like I think that people have a certain like perception of like, oh, she does OnlyFans, and like yous have come on here and like is there proper, like it's not just a few pictures, it's not just a video, like this is a business, this is my life, this is my plan, like, do you know what I mean?
We will sit down at some stage, like it's usually at the start of the week, and we will write out a plan, you know. We'll have a week planned of what content we're going to post when. We have post schedules, so like we could be out on a Saturday night, but we would have a post schedule to go out.
Like you can schedule posts. And say if I took a picture today and I knew I was going to be extremely busy tomorrow night, I can schedule that post to send out tomorrow night, and it'll send out tomorrow night as if I just sent it right there and then.
Like we work. Most of the messages on the group chat in the morning is, lads, I'm after making such and such money while I was sleeping. Like I today, and I rang the girls straight away, and even me shower together, and I was like, girls, I made $800 while I was asleep. And
so
some people will only make that in like a month.
I know.
Like, that's what month wages are, and like I made it while I was asleep, and it's like that was before I went on and like PPPs that day and shit like that, you know. So it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like it's just like a lot of girls do, like it's like there is girls we know who wouldn't make as much money as us, but are still like happy and comfortable with the way they live. But it's all about the way, like
if you think about it, even if you only make €100 in 1 week, that's still an extra €100
than you had. Like
exactly.
€100 is a lot of money to some people.
Like, you know. It definitely
is. I used to survive off €100 a week when I was in college.
Same. less.
Yeah, literally less. It's mental.
So what are your tips for anyone wanting to start it but they're too afraid to go for it?
I would say make sure before you even apply for your account to be verified, have content made. And this was a tip that Syndell actually gave me. Like waiting for like the 6 days for my account to be verified, Syndell said make as much content as you can, because like as soon as your page is verified, you get that content up straight away.
Like the way I look at it, like when you start an OnlyFans, like most girls have their subscription between $9.99 and $19.99, but even if it is $9.99 or $19.99, if I was to go on to Netflix and I've seen that they had 2 or 3 movies, I'm not going to pay a subscription just to see them 2 or 3 movies. I'll go somewhere else, another like streaming site where I know has loads of movies for the same price, you know.
Exactly.
So
content time
you want to get, like, when people go onto your account, you can see up in the corner how many posts is being posted on that account. And if I go onto it and I'm seeing that there's 4 posts and I've paid $19.99, whereas I know there's another OnlyFans girl who has 1,000 posts for $19.99, I'm more likely to sub to that person. So when they see that your account's new and you have even 10 to 15 posts, they're like, oh, I know she's going to be active and going to be posting. Whereas if you just make the account and post 1 picture and expect
that's not going to draw an audience in, you know.
It's not going to work like that, you know.
So just prepare and have your content ready to be put up, and be smart about what you're doing.
Be smart about it, and honestly just don't care about what other people's opinions are. Like, if people have an opinion, like, let them, because they're not going to pay your bills at the end of the day, you know.
People are going to talk no matter what you do, and I find that out. We've both find that out. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, someone is going to have an opinion on it. So why not do what's going to make you happy? you're laughing all the way to the bank while they're talking behind your back. You know,
Yeah.
who's the better person here?
Like, I want to be sitting on my deathbed and look back at my life and be like, oh, I regret doing this, 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 and this. Not, I regret not doing this, 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 and this, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to just like start one now as well.
Oh, no. No, honestly.
Girls, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And thanks for giving us
Oh,
No problem.
You were
It was
so
lovely talking.
open and honest and just like real about it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
We really
No
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So guys, that was the OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
Misha and Syndell.
We had such a good time recording that. It was honestly so good. They're such nice girls and so easy to talk to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that answered all your questions. We got loads. So hope you enjoyed, and
We may even do a part 2.
yeah, we might, because honestly,
Because
that
there's
was so
actually a
many
lot
questions.
to get through.
Yeah, there was so many questions about it. And we had so many questions about it as well. So like even now we're like, God, we actually have more questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram
At girlsunfiltered_, and
yeah
yeah.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.